know, people have asked me, hey, McGrath's won the title. He doesn't need the money. Would Jeremy concede one to Vuillemin? Well, the answer is obviously he concedes nothing. And he just cares about winning. Winning is the true source of motivation for this guy.
Now he loves it.
Let's get back to Davey Coombs trackside.
All right, David, the first step's down. You won your heat race. Now you can focus on that last 20 laps, that $500,000.
Yeah, it will be tough, you know. It's pretty hard here, and the track is very difficult, very slippery. It will be a tough race, and nobody wants me to win this money. So we'll see a good race tonight.
Okay, good luck in the main, David.
Thanks a lot, Davey.
He seems a little preoccupied with that right now, David Bailey, as we get set for our second half. And, of course, our second qualifying heat has Jeremy McGrath, Kevin Windham, Ricky Carmichael, Larry Ward, Kyle Lewis, Grayson Goodman, Ronnie Clark, and a whole host of other riders that are going to try to make the top four and get into the main event. There's Larry Ward, number 10, next to Jeremy.
Grayson Goodman right there, number 65. Grayson gets excellent starts. I'm anxious to see if he can beat McGrath in the first corner. Wouldn't that be something?
On the other side of McGrath is number 777, Ronnie Clark from Farmington, New Mexico on the Yamaha. The board is sideways. Our second qualifying heat is underway. Windham with a great start. Team Honda's number 14, but here comes Jeremy McGrath. And a big pile up in the first turn.
And Grayson Goodman, who got into the first corner right there with Windham and McGrath, got caught at the bottom of that pile up.
There's Windham, number 14, and Jeremy McGrath as he go outside the stadium to go over the tunnel jump.
Well, this ought to be good. McGrath does not like to lose, even in a heat race, so Wyndham's going to have some company. We'll find out if he can pass out here.
Let's check out the start and see what happened on that melee in the first turn.
Well, Grayson doesn't really have much room right there. He's just trying to balance at the top of the berm. He couldn't reach the ground, and he fell right over, and he was underneath a stack of bikes right there, while McGrath, his best friend, he was lined up near, was out there chasing Windham.
The front runners made it through. Number 14, Kevin Windham, leading this qualifying heat. Number 1, Jeremy McGrath, right behind him.
A little bit better line by Windham after the corner approaching the triple than McGrath. He'll make a note of that.
And Ricky Carmichael, number 4, on the team Kawasaki in third.
Carmichael wants to get up in there and join this race. It's nothing worse than knowing that you have the speed to run with these guys, but not getting the start, and you hear in the crowd react for the battle out front. You're not part of it. Ricky wants to get in there.
Kevin Windham has won 5 heat races this year, and some of those against Jeremy McGrath during a crucial time. There you see Ricky Carmichael in third place with Larry Ward in fourth. Those are the qualifying positions right now, as the second leading privateer is in 5th spot, Kyle Lewis. Out front is number 14, Kevin Windham, coming off his 4th straight podium, including a win at Texas Stadium, and he hold on, the 7-time champion.
Look at that. McGrath does a little wheelie right before that triple. He sets the front end down. That starts the forks. Just like a pogo stick, they bounce more and it gets more lift off that jump. The takeoff is about 4 feet lower than where they have to land. So, a lot of finesse right there by McGrath to get over that.
Do you think he's going to give anything away before the main event here in the qualifying heat?
He's going to want to win no matter what. I don't think he's going to save any fast lines. He's just going to try to put the pressure on Kevin, force him into a mistake.
Kevin is holding his own right now after a frustrating season. 8 non-podiums. Kevin Windham has rebounded, showing he's got his old potential back.
He's definitely fast. You see how hard and slick it is. We always talk about the great throttle control of Kevin. Of course, a lot of the top riders have it, but Kevin just seems to be able to deliver it a little bit better at times. And right here, he's starting to inch away from McGrath. That last lap of 109, the same exact lap time as Vuillemin in the first heat. And I think these guys are going to get a little quicker because McGrath's going to have to turn it up.
Jeremy McGrath in his 5th season with 9 or more wins. Would like to get number 10 tonight. He is in 2nd place.
That little wheelie again. These guys are going so fast to jump that triple. They built some whoop-de-doos down the backside to try to discourage them from jumping it. They don't care. They're jumping anyway. The line from Windham, he's able to go out there, double up onto that plateau and triple off. McGrath taking the inside, he has to use a different timing. He's not really losing as much time as I thought he did. He's able to stay pretty close.
Well, you can really tell how slippery it is, especially exiting the whoops at good speed. They use the berm there.
Pitch the back end out to the right, sets him up to go all the way in wide. And a good run off of the berm after the finish because it's so slippery right when they hit the flat.
The hard pack of the soil here in Las Vegas, very similar to those that these riders practice on in California.
Look at that sand right there. Anywhere near the guy in front of you, you just get showered with it. It goes all down in your jersey, in your helmet, in your face. Look at that. Windham just wide open on the power on the back side of that big tunnel jump there.
These guys could be on a dirt track somewhere winning.
That is so technical. It's so hard to do. There's not very many guys doing it. It makes it that much more impressive to know that the 250 guys are having to use everything they've got to get over it. That Strawn on is 125 and still able to jump.
Kevin Windham has led this entire qualifying round. It's the second 250 qualifying round. Part of the Honda crew looking on as Kevin Windham. His mechanic is Ali Seymour, an experienced rider himself before getting into the mechanic side.
You hear Kevin working that throttle up, all the way through that whoop section, knowing when to get on the throttle, when to back out of it to keep that bike level. As soon as the front wheel drops into one of those, you start that up and down motion, lose all your forward momentum. That's what's been happening to McGrath. I have a feeling he's going to make a suspension change.
Ali Seymour actually was changing spokes during the week on the bike. He fractured the hand or arm.
That's too bad.
And so Kevin's got a visit here this week.
It's not often you see them.
Yeah, even though Ali's on the scene. Talking with Randy Lawrence, Jeremy McGrath's
Anthony Pascio giving Larry Ward his signal on the way by. Running in fourth. How many seconds down? 2 minutes. I'd like to see him up closer so you can study what these guys are doing.
Wouldn't that be something? Ali sits out a race, and Ron Wood comes in to ring for Kevin Windham, and he takes it.
Well, you know, Cliff White, the team manager, wasn't able to make Dallas. It's funny because Kevin won the race, and Ali called him afterwards and said, "We won." And Cliff's like, "Come on." And they're always joking with him. He didn't believe him at first. Maybe this is a good omen. Maybe they got somebody missing, and they can kind of go back and remember what happened in Dallas and use that to their advantage mentally. Last lap by Kevin Windham, 106. That's why he has stretched his lead over McGrath. McGrath has got to be shocked right now. He's going as fast as Vuillemin was, and he's getting dropped.
And faster here in the second qualifying, the qualifying winners over the right.
This is really surprising. I knew Kevin had the speed, and I've always known that. I didn't think he had this much speed. I think McGrath right now maybe just starting to say, well, you know what, obviously I need to make up more time. He'll probably make some changes to his bike so he can get that root section a little flatter and not have to worry about that so much. If you have one section on the track that's bothering you, it tends to take up some space in your head all the way around the rest of the track. It's wearing on him right now. He's losing time.
Kevin Windham really grinding it out. As we heard in the interviews, Kevin was miffed at the way Vuillemin got by last lap in Chicago and really scraped him pretty hard to move to second place. And it was a last lap situation, so Vuillemin wasn't really fighting for the lead, but Windham came back and looks like he's coming back with a vengeance right now.
But some guys need to get motivated, and if he's got to use that to do it, well, that's fine. Bob Hanna was the same way towards the end of his career.
Ron Wood holding out the board saying, "Focus, Kevin."
There was a time towards the end of the career when Hanna's career, we were both on Honda. Hanna would be asking me, "What gear are you doing that jump over there in?" And I'm thinking, Bob, Hurricane Hanna's asking me what gear. And then all of a sudden somebody would get a little close to him, bump him, and he would get motivated to go out and win the race. Just completely turn it around. He's so mental amongst these top 4 or 5 guys. They can all do the same things, but the guy that's got his head in this and is focused the most is going to be the one that can put in those 20 minutes.
Well, Windham has just refused to crack under the pressure of Jeremy McGrath, and now McGrath is just on his own pace.
Well, Kevin has backed it down a little bit. Listen to the throttle through there. It's so hard to keep your balance. The tops of those are all so slippery. He's backed it down to 110 lap time, which is about what Vuillemin was doing towards the later stages of his heat race. Kevin's not threatened here, so he can afford to do that.
Kevin on the final lap of the qualifying round.
We were working on this section all day yesterday and all day today. They're now tripling into the corner before the sand. Going to feel good for Kevin to be able to go out there and pull away from McGrath like this. I haven't seen this all year.
Kevin won the 1997 125 shootout here on the Yamaha. He was injured the last 2 years while riding 250, so number 14 really trying to make his mark at 250 here in Las Vegas.
Look at faster. Coming to the stadium, another heel flicker.
Take that, Vuillemin.
Take that, McGrath. He's out there showing off in front of the best rider in Supercross history, having it his way. This will be a big boost for Kevin. I've talked with Jeff Stanton, who works with all the Honda guys, and Kevin at times can kind of go back and forth. You know, he's real up and he's real down, and right now he's got to be on the up. And that's great news in the main event.
Breaking a 20-race losing streak, and boy, did that pump some adrenaline and confidence into this young man. Number 14, Kevin Windham, taking the checkered flag, and here comes Jeremy McGrath, number 1, taking a second seat behind Windham. Let's check in with Davey Coombs.
One with the replacement mechanic here, the utility man for Honda, Ron Wood. Ron, great way to start your season, but of course it's the last race of the year.
Yeah, it is. Ali, his regular mechanic, broke his wrist at the shop the other day, and so I've been stepping in, and with Kevin, it's just a pleasure. He's so easy to work with and so horribly fast.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like he's got that speed on him tonight. He's got his A game here. What was he talking about earlier today?
Well, the thing with Kevin, he doesn't talk a lot about racing. He just goes out there and figures it out, and then he just doesn't want to think about it much. He just wants to be loose and have fun, and then that makes him go fast.
Ron, well, maybe you'll get your first Supercross win later tonight.
That'd be great. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks.
Good way to start a career as far as Ron Wood is concerned, as he goes back to the pits now to get ready and break that bike down. As we take a look at the Honda results page, Kevin Windham, Jeremy McGrath, Ricky Carmichael finishing in third, and Larry Ward going directly to the main event out of the qualifier, taking up 4th place. The rest of the riders going on to the semi-final round.